peeps. I am out here for a little evening fishing. This is a spot that I like to fly fish usually in the later summer when the flows get a little bit lower. So I wanted to come out here and kind of scout it out to see if the flows are getting lower and if it's going to be good within the next few weeks. When the water's a little higher and faster, it can still spin fish it. So I brought my stuff to spin fish, you know, worms, lures, that sort of thing, and hopefully get some fish. There's a nice little pool that I like to make my way down to, but especially this time of year it can get kind of overgrown and the access can get difficult, so that's another thing. I'm going to get down there, kind of clear the way. There's a lot of blackberry bushes, so I brought the machete and you know, might have to clear the way a little bit, and that way if I come back here in the next few weeks, it'll be a little easier to get to. So anyway, this is one of my favorite spots too, so I'm excited. So let's get after it. The first little spot. I don't think I've ever caught a fish on this upstream side, but I just can't help but fish it. I mean, it looks fishy. Maybe not as fishy as this waterfall and pool down here, but looks pretty good. Oh, see ya, bud. I don't know if you guys could see that, but there's a fish right in front here, and he just got sucked down. That was pretty funny. There's another one right there, right in front. But I think even if I were to hook one of these dudes, I'd have a hard time getting them in. He's not even looking at my spinner. He's like, hell no. That ain't what I'm eating right now, bro. Alright, I'm gonna try something else here. I got this little tiny jig. Little teensy tiny jig. Let's see. Let's see if this dude even bats an eye at it. He's still there. That was a pretty good cast. It went like right next to him. He didn't even move. Well, I think I spooked him. He must have seen me. Oh, little teensy tiny trout's trying to eat it. That's right, buddy. I'll take you too. You need to try a little harder than that, though, bud. Tell you what, you just slow roll this thing through the water. It looks pretty freaking appetizing. All right. So I tried a variety of lures. Don't seem to be too into that today, so I'm bringing out the big guns. My secret weapon for stream fishing. And I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, your secret weapon. Threading a night crawler on the line and fishing it is not a secret weapon. Everybody knows about that. You're absolutely right. Everybody knows about that. But it's how you do it. And I personally think that there's some little things that you can do that will increase your chances of catching fish, one, and two, catching big fish. Because I've caught some really nice fish on this method. And it is nothing new. This is something that people have been doing forever. But I'm going to share with you just some of the things that I do. And it's really worked for me. And I know that I've been fishing with other people sometimes, right beside other people, same spot, and just these little things that I do seem to make a big difference in the amount of fish and the quality of fish that I catch with this method. So first of all, I fish areas where there can be some pretty big brown trout, and that's kind of my goal, is big browns if I can. So I like to use a little larger hook. And a good quality hook. You know, not bottom of the line. I mean, I don't break the bank on these things. I don't use Gamakatsu. I mean, I have some Gamakatsu, but these are just laser sharp, Eagle Claw laser sharps. So just kind of one step up from the entry level, and a size 6 hook. It's a little bit larger. I've got, you know, about maybe 20 to 24 inch leader and 2 split shot. And you need to put enough split shot on there for the amount of current that you have that this thing will bounce bottom. And really bounce bottom, you know. A lot of people are afraid to put enough weight on there to where, you know, it's going to get down the bottom and they're going to end up snagged. And, you know, you probably are going to, if you put enough weight on there, you're going to get snagged and you're going to lose some rigs and you're going to be re-rigging. But bouncing the bottom is what you want, and that's where you're going to catch the fish. So put enough weight on there to where you're going to bounce that bottom. Basically, so that it's hitting those rocks. Sometimes it's going to hang up. You're going to have to lift it up and let it kind of, you know, bounce over that rock, kind of flow with the current, just bouncing along. And that's how you're going to get that natural presentation too. So I take a whole large crawler and I pinch off about 3/4 of it. Save the rest just in case you go through all of them. You can always go back to those pieces. But now I have 3/4 of the crawler left. And the reason why I do that is it's a good size. It's a good size bait, so it's a little bit larger. It's going to attract a little bit larger fish, in my opinion. And the length of it doesn't bunch up on the line, so it stays very natural looking on the line. If you use the whole night crawler, it tends to bunch up and it doesn't look as natural. So I use a worm threader. I go in through the band-aid portion of it, which is a little bit tougher, so that's where my hook's going to come out. Go out the end where I pinched it off. Hook there. Wrap it around your fingers so it's nice and tight. You don't end up coming off in the middle of the worm. Pull this down. Try not to tear up your worm. You want this thing to be all nice together. So that's what you end up with there. Depending on the size of the worm, sometimes it'll be a little bit shorter than that, sometimes a little bit longer. You know, if you get some really good, nice fat worms that are fresh, be nice and plump. So I do take a worm blower. I blow up the end so that it will raise it up just a little bit where the fish can see it. And then I use ProCure Trophy Trout Super Gel. And especially for the area that I fish in, this stuff is awesome. And the reason why is they take tui chubs, they grind them up. Tui chubs is a very common bait fish in the Tahoe Basin, you know, Sierra area. It's a very common bait fish that rounds feed on. And that's what that stuff is, man. They take tui chubs and they just grind them up and they put them in here. So I'm a believer, man. I've caught some really nice fish on this method exactly here that I just showed you. I mean, think about it. This is like a freaking prime cut steak just floating down in that stream. So let's give it a shot. So like I was saying, you're gonna get snagged sometimes. Pretty little rainbow. Later, bro. It's a monster. It's huge. Enormous. Later, dude. Get a couple more fish. go put pants on to be able to get through these blackberries. Maybe. Let's see, this is pretty thick. Man, it's a good thing I didn't try this in those shorts. I'll be getting torn up.
See you, bud.
This is a pretty one. Got a little mark on him. Man, you'd have thought that was a 10-pounder the way he hit that thing. Pretty little fish. See you, buddy. Alright. I think that's gonna do it for the night. Well, that was fun. These fish are starting to cooperate a little bit more as it gets closer to getting dark. I'm gonna go ahead and start making my way back though. I don't know if you guys could hear it in the video, but there's someone shooting over here, which, you know, whatever. I like to shoot too, but it sounds like they're over here by the dam. It's not really a great. My battery's dying, so it's kind of cutting out, but I'm gonna start making my way back. There's somebody over there who's shooting, so I'd like to get over there if they're still around when I get over there. I'd like it to not be too dark, so make my way over there, and hopefully they aren't shooting in my direction as I come up. This trail actually comes right over this wood pile over here, so I just hope they're not using that as a backdrop. So we'll see, but that's kind of the thing about being out here in the boonies. You never know who you're gonna run into. Oh man, that was a battle. So this is what I was talking about. The trail out goes over the back side of this wood pile. So I was hoping they weren't using this as their backdrop for shooting, but I don't hear anybody shooting anymore, so I think they took off. I think we're all right, so we'll see though. We're all good. Whew, that was quite the hike out of there. Yeah, so I ran into the people who were shooting up here. Just some good old backwoods fun. No problem. I'm just glad they weren't shooting in my direction when I came up. They had already given it up. So anyway, good day. Started to pick up quite a bit towards the end there. It was pretty slow when I first got here. I was just catching minnows, and you know, the size of the fish didn't get much better. They're all relatively small, but action started to pick up there definitely towards the end. So thanks for coming along with me. If you liked the video, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading every week now, so if you subscribe to the channel, you know, you'll be sure to see all the new videos as they come out. And thanks for watching. Really appreciate you watching the videos, and we'll see you next time.